Cichlid-king here. A lot of people know me on Facebook, Cichlid-king. Keep a lot of cichlids. I've kept Americans. Famous probably being one of my dove eyes or my umbies, if anybody's seen them. My dove eye Donovan, he was a 17-inch dove eye breeding pair with his female. I've been on a lot of the Facebook sites and forums. Some like me, some hate me, but yeah, I'm going to do some videos and start entertaining you all. I'm currently, and I will be doing probably for the rest of my life, Victorian cichlid basin. I've just been hooked on them. I've been really getting into them, and I've been keeping quite a lot of the rarer species now. But I'm just going to go back to my roots here, because my fish house is being built. I don't need as much space. So this rack's going tomorrow to my friend. All these racks in there with my fry tanks, there's a cupboard in there, will be going. I might get rid of this rack, or I might keep it for some more planted tanks, because it does look quite nice there in my kitchen. Once I get rid of this noise, my missus will be happy. I'll just put internal filters in them ones, take the sponge filters out of there and get rid of the noise. So my missus will be happy. But yeah, I'm going back to my roots, where I started off as a young teenager. I'm 29, nearly 30 now. When I was 15, 16, I got into fish, and you know, the red-tailed sharks and the Java fern and stuff like that, Anubis, you know, the silver dollars and stuff like that. You know, it's just going back to my roots, because planted tanks are absolutely beautiful. And over the years I've kept a few planted tanks, but I've gone more to cichlids, and I just need a bit more enjoyment in my hobby, so I'm going back to planted tanks. I'll be doing a lot of videos. It's only 2-week-old this. Doing a lot of carpet videos and moss videos, tying some moss to some sculptures, wooden sculptures. I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos anyway, so please subscribe. And yeah, so I've set it up, my CO2 system. I just got this for now. It's a 0.5 kilo one with the little solenoid there, and that will be on a timer until I get my pH monitor and controller, and then I will be running that. I'll probably get a bigger CO2 bottle as well, but my bottle has run out of CO2 and I've got to wait for a new bottle. So I thought I'd give this opportunity to kick off some of my videos with a DIY CO2 system. I know there's a lot out there, but you might learn something new off mine, and there's a few little tinkers in there what you probably don't know of. So firstly, what you need is 200 grams of, not 200 grams, 2 cups of granulated sugar. Then you'll need some bicarbonated soda. We're in Britain. Get these from the Co-op, Morrison's, Asda, Dr. Elka. Get these in a full box with these packets. Then you'll need some brewer's yeast or baking yeast. Any of them will do. Baking yeast, brewer's yeast. I think this is baking yeast. These come in a box with sachets too. I use 2 sachets. 2 sachets and 1 sachet bicarbonated soda. Into the bottle. Once it's into the bottle, add your 2 cups of granulated sugar. Then you get some warm water, not boiling hot water, just like lukewarm, warmish. You pour the water in, shake it up, pour it to about there, shake it up, get it all activating, and then you fill it up some more. You fill it up to about there, just probably above the paper line of your bottle. Now with the lid, that's your activated reactor done then. You know, in an hour's time it should be bubbling like this. Should be really going for it. Then on the top you've got your lid. Drill 1 hole in your lid. You can either use just a normal pipe and silicone it in, just a normal silicone airline pipe, but you know, you're making this for free, so let's go all out here, you know what I mean? Let's spend like at least a tenner or a few dollars. So what I've got is an isolator valve. I got this for 50p guys, from the aquatic shop. In fact, I'm lying. They are 50p, but I've got loads of these. I've been collecting fish and bits and bats for years, so I've got loads of these. Isolator valve. That's all you have to do, get one of them. When you're putting it in, or if you just want to be a cheapskate and put airline tube in, always make sure when you're drilling the hole that you use a mil thinner than what you need. So it's going to be a tight squeeze. I've siliconed it anyway, but I didn't need to because that was tight. I had to jam that right in there. So always use a mil thinner, so you won't have to use silicone. You like tap it in with an hammer, or just squeeze it as hard as you can and get it in there. I've also gone the extra mile because I found some of this in my cupboard. It's like the reverse osmosis pipe. Just use silicone for this. I just used this because I had it there and I thought, yeah, I'd use it. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So I've connected this to it. Then what you can do is tighten it. When you want to recharge it, you tighten this and it'll recharge. The pressure will build up and recharge. Tighten it every morning. I've tightened it for a bit now. It's calmed down because I've opened it, but the froth went right up. None of it's gone in the bottle, but it went right up. So when you're first charging it for the first hour, close that. Give it a good close and let it charge. 50 minutes it'll be pumping out. 45, 50 minutes it'll be pumping out. I left it on for about half an hour, frothed up. Now it's gone down, now I've opened it and it's pumping it out. The reason why I've used this, you can also just use a one-way valve, but I didn't have any one-way valves, so I've used this thicker pipe, drilled an hole, a millifin, and stuck it in there. Because it's sturdy, I could jam it right in, where a pipe it's bendy and squashy silicone pipes, you wouldn't have been able to jam it in a mil thinner. You probably would, but you know, you'd probably rip it or something. So I put that there. That'll go all the way down to the bottom of this water. Just normal tap water, right to the bottom, so it can bubble up. After here I've got an elbow joint. This elbow joint just allows me to take it off, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Take it off easy. Same with this. When you've got a silicone pipe in, you turn it around, what do you get? You've got this attached inside there, so that's going to get all twisted. You're going to break your seal, when all you have to do is take that off and untwist it. You can either use just a T-joint or a one-way valve, not a T-joint, an elbow joint or a one-way valve, and do the same thing and not have that. But 50p, you know what I mean, they can't be more than a pound then, you know what I mean, so it's brilliant. After you put that in there, you just put an hole in the top, have your one-way, your elbow joint, your one-way elbow joint there. That'll go to a one-way stopper there. That'll just let the air out and not let water retract in. So air will just come this way and not come that way if you're putting it under your aquarium. So that's the first thing that'll happen. The pressure of the water will be too great for this, and it'll come in here, especially when it's not been charged. So yeah, this is blowing it out here. A lot of people use air stones because these don't work. I'm gonna try and charge it and try my diffuser. This is what they call a diffuser. It says it in the word. It diffuses it. The bubbles are a lot smaller than this air stone, but this air stone does seem to be pumping out bubbles. I've swapped a few about, and this is the smallest bubbles I can find. The other ones were pumping out a lot bigger, but the diffuser diffuses the oxygen into tiny, tiny, minute bubbles, what the plants and the leaves can actually take in. So they'll take it in a lot better with a diffuser, but to my knowledge and my experience, these will not generate that much power to get through to one of these. But I'm going to have a go anyway in another video and give it a go. Not another video after, I will do another video if it does it. Let's just go on to some more diffusers. This is a brilliant one. It's actually a 2-in-1 bubble checker as well. Just for safety, I'm not just connecting it to that. I'll have this bubble counter as well. But this diffuser is a bubble counter. You see the water in it, it actually counts the bubbles as well. So if you've got a CO2 system, you've got a bubble counter there, there's no need for it. Stick that in the water, you can count your bubbles, clearly see them. Got a lot of these as well. These glass diffusers, my nightmare these. I could really not be doing with them. I mean, there's a stick for them. Get all sorts of fancy ones, but if you're heavy-handed like me, taking your airline tube, which is connected onto there quite tight and fuses to it, you're going to end up snapping these. So my advice is not get one of these, especially the 3-4 pounders. Get a decent one. But then again, the decent ones have got really long tubes. So if you're flimsy-handed, I'd just go for a plastic one. There's a lot of nice ones out there. Fluve will actually do one in the 90-gram kit, and it's absolutely brilliant, that one. This is off a kit what I got here. This is just a simple kit with a regulator on it. And you just regulate it out what you want by the top, and that'll be fine. But then you've got the problem of night time. To get back to this, night time the plants do not need the CO2, and it can actually break away the balance in your tank. So what I do with these, and why I've got these on, these elbow joints, quick release, is I'll have a tank underneath my tank in pitch black all day. These will be on through the day. Night time I'll turn the lights off here, undo this, and connect it to another pipe which will lead to a tank under there which has been in darkness all day. Then throughout the night it will be oxygenating the tank underneath, so there's no need to waste it or do whatever, take it out. That's the biggest problem what people say to me. Well, it's not that good because you can't stop this. Use your valve check, because that'll just bubble and bubble up. When you do it, open it, it'll explode and all come into there. So that's another good way of doing it. Just think about that. Have a separate tank which is in darkness, which is not on as its lights on at the same time as that tank, so you can get use out of it at night time. When that turns off, unplug this, get another longer wire what's connected to the other tank and plug it in. There you go, you're using your CO2. Thing is with these, you can easily shut it off at night time. Yeah, but if you want to go more advanced, you have your electric solenoid which will cut it out. You have it on a timer. If you're more scarce about your pH fish, what I want to do, I want to start getting some of my rarest cichlids in that tank, which is the Ferropochromis branchi. It's from Lake Hathaway. I'm going to give him a go, see if he doesn't rip my plants up, but he seems fine in my other tank and just likes the bogwood and the natural stuff. He comes from the River Hathaway, like I said, so I'm going to try him in there. But what I'm going to do, instead of using this, which will plug into that pipe there, plug into there, be on a timer, these will have these nuts what will tighten them, that'll be that way, and then you'll turn this on, release your oxygen, turn that on, and that'll be on a timer. But what I'm actually going to do is have a pH control system, which I have actually ordered. I think I'm going to go for a bigger, probably 1 kilo bottle. You know, I don't want a big daft bottle in there, I'm just going to get one of these. And on a pH controller, it has a probe what goes into the water to a little like digital computer. This will have it'll have a plug socket on it, and it will actually turn this on when your pH needs to be lowered, so it'll keep your pH at a constant level. So if you want your pH at 6, the pH controller, you can have ORP on it as well, and you know, different controllers on it, but I'm just going to get the normal pH monitor controller. A lot of companies do it, I think JBL do it, but you can get them cheaper. I'll be doing a review on one. You can get them cheaper at £60. You know, China's leading the way in all these things. I mean, their planted tanks over there are absolutely beautiful. We will be doing a lot of grass carpeting in that tank, and I will be showing you all. I've already started a little fungi carpet of dwarf grass. They seem to be doing well there at the minute. I've got some moss balls, some swords. I've got quite a few things going on in there. Mind the cloudiness. I have just planted some ferns in there, and I did get a bit of mud out of the bottom, but I've not topped it with gravel. I use the old school way, aquatic pond soil, not no Miracle Grow. topped with gravel. But that's another video anyway. So is these are some of the cichlids I've got for sale here. That is another video as well. So yeah, I think I've gone through some of the basics. Oh yeah, this is another one. This is called sometimes a turbo or a reactor. This is absolutely brilliant, this one. The way it works, it's got two spinners, two propellers in there, goes down in a spiral. Your external filters have tubes on. On your outtake, you chop it halfway, stick one here with your outtake pipe, clamp it on, tighten it on with these little clamps like you have on a normal external. You push them up, don't you, on your external like that, put your pipe in. So your pipe will come in there, your CO2 pipe will go in there, and this will push it all in, spin it all around, mix it with the water, shoot it out here to your outtake, whatever you've got on the top, a spray bar or two jet heads or whatever. And that's another good way of getting your CO2 in the tank. A lot of people don't use these but with the reactors, the DIYs, I think you have to, or what you can do, which I think I'm going to be doing for a week, it's only for a week, is putting it into my external intake. Or what I might do is get a power head, 1 minute, little power head like this. I don't know if you can see that, sorry about the dark, it's not the best in here. It's a little power head with a tube, with an air breather tube, and stick it on that and let that shoot it out. So I think that's what I am going to do instead of using this. As you can see, it's pumping out at the minute. It's giving us some. It's only been on 45 minutes and it's already reacted. But in the morning, that's brilliant. This is probably the best thing I've not seen people do on theirs. Is give it a charge, close the valve, give it a charge, give it a little shake, give it a little shake, let it go, give it a shake, open the valve, and there you go, look at that. That is pumping out. I mean, that'll probably pump out like that anyway now because it's been like 40 minutes now, 45 minutes. So there's your video. I know it's been a long one and I've blabbered on, but please subscribe because there's going to be some exciting videos coming here from Cichlid-king. I will be going in with a mate as well, making a company called Aquarium UK. And we're going to be doing a lot of videos and getting a lot of plants at affordable prices. And we're going to be actually escaping other people's tanks and decorating their tanks with plants and giving them ongoing advice about the planted tanks. So thanks for watching. Sorry about the noise and the lighting, but hopefully soon you'll see some more videos, well, you will be seeing some more videos of my Victorian cichlids. I'm going to be doing a lot of planting videos in here, showing you the progress. It's only 2.5 weeks old and there's already plants what I've rooted down and they're just thriving in there. And I will have my fish house up and running and give you videos from start to finish of my fish house, showing you how I build it, installation to the electrics to everything. So thanks for watching, please subscribe. See you again.